Alright guys, it's back with your boy Jacob Pearson, coming at you with another deck tech for the Dev-astation event. So today we're taking a look at my main man, my first pick, Bravo Showstopper, and boy does he love to stop the show sometimes. This guy, and the way that I like to build him is a hybrid control mid-range deck. So you can either tank up and play the role of a very controlling deck where you're negating a lot of damage and then just chipping away with the hammer, setting up some really powerful plays for late game, or you can play it as a much more mid-range style of deck. Now, I am very, very confident with this deck. I've had a lot of competitive success in the past playing Bravo. The only thing I'm really scared of in this tournament, because I have the dash deck already, and that's under my control. The only thing I'm really worried about is the Katsu deck, because I know Newson likes to play control, so I have a feeling he's going to play Katsu control, which is this deck's worst nightmare, but we'll try and make it work regardless. So we'll go into a bit of what that mid-range / control game plan looks like. So we're just going to start off with this side over here. So we have our defense reaction package, and there's a lot of defense reactions here. Control decks love defense reactions because they allow you to block in a very efficient way a lot of the time and have extra block in your arsenal ready for those extra big turns that your opponent throws at you. So we're talking 3 Sig below red, 3 Fate Foreseen red, 3 Staunch Response red, 3 red unmovable, and also 3 blue unmovable for our defense reaction package. And then we also featuring a card that has not seen a lot of play since the original Welcome to Wraith constructed season, and that's Stonewall Confidence. Now, Stonewall Confidence is a card that says, while it's in the arena, cards you control with cost 3 or greater gain +2 or +4 defense in the Reds case while defending. So that means that all of our blues, some of our reds, and even our blue and red unmovables get extra defense. So with a red Stonewall Confidence in play, playing a red unmovable from Arsenal blocks for 12. Now that's a lot of block coming off of one card. So you can see why this finds its way into a few matchups. It's very powerful against Chain, where they're coming at you with the big Rift Binds. It's also very powerful in the Mirror. It's very powerful against Dorinthia. This deck stomps on Dorinthia very hard, just plays a lot of defense reactions, can play the aggressor when it needs to with some pummels, and these premium attacks over here. The crush effects are very relevant. Lots of different avenues to take in that matchup. So that's our control package. And then to finish it off, we have a Remembrance and an Energy Potion. Energy Potion is a very important card in Bravo for when you're playing a very long game, because it allows you to effectively bluff pummels on every attack that you play. So these being these blue and reds here. So when you're attacking with Anthos for 4, if you have an Energy Potion in play, it could be as much as 8, which makes them have to tank really, really hard on a lot of their defensive blocks. Same thing is, every time you're attacking through with an attack with Dominate, you've got the Energy Potion, he could have Pummel as that card in his arsenal, and it just gets people thinking. There's a lot of value to be had in this one copy of this one card. It's very important for this deck, and it's only a rare too, so you shouldn't have much trouble finding it. Remembrance is just here in case the warrior matchup, and it will probably come in against Katsu control as well, just to make sure that we can throw as many crippling crushes at him as possible to hopefully work through his unmovables, depending on how many he's playing. So depending on how much of a control deck you want to be, is how much of this you board into your deck. So you can kind of pick and choose in every game how much of a control deck you want to be, how much of mid-range you want to deck. The less big defense reactions and stonewalls and remembrance, etc., the more of mid-range, the more you play of this, and the less you play of these, then the more of a control deck you are. So we have our premium threats that we play in almost every matchup, our Crippling Crush, our Spinal Crush, and our Tome of Fjendel. Now these cards are the premium cards that we really don't want to be blocking with. We want to be pitch stacking them to the bottom of our deck. What that means is, simply put, get a Crippling Crush, 3 blues on top of it, 3 blues on the bottom of your deck, followed by another red attack, ideally. In stacking your deck like that. Something to note as well is stuff like Showtime will shuffle your deck. So if you've messed up your pitch order and you know you've got red stacked together, it's very important to play these just to get the shuffle effect, to make sure that your deck is cohesive for the late game. I cannot stress how important it is with this deck to stack your deck properly. Now, our mid-range attacks and the attacks that we've chosen to play for this game is our red choke slams, our 1 disable red, our 1 mangle red. Now the choke slams are mainly there for chain. It's a very, very, very strong attack action versus chain. 1 of disable, nice value red. 1 of mangle. The 1 of mangle is a very interesting card because it kind of disincentivizes your opponent blocking with equipment, especially in the versus brute where you're able to blow up things such as scab skins. Or even in the mirror if you're going to be breaking tectonic platings and stuff. Very, very powerful 1-of effect to have in your deck. Our blues are pretty simple. We play as much 6 power blue as we possibly can for the Prism matchup. The rest of the blues, just good value, 3 cost blues that can fill the rest of the deck. And then the Showtimes and Stamp Authorities, very strong on turn 1, can be good later in the game. Something to note with Tome of Fyendal, the only way of getting this off is with one of our equipment pieces, Mage Master Boots. So in any matchup where you're wanting to build in those Null Rune Boots, you're going to have to cut Mage Master Boots and Tome, as this is the only way of really getting value from the deck. Now quickly moving on to some budget options for this deck. Tectonic Plating can be replaced by Heart and Cross-Trap, not too big of a difference, you just lose out on a bit of block value. Skullcap, this is very easily interchangeable with Hound of Eisen's Peak, which is a common from Welcome to Wraith. Very cheap alternative, has a very good effect for the control version of this deck. You don't miss out too much from Skullcap. Crater Fist, just play Goliath Gauntlet, push your big attacks through harder with Dominate, make them harder to block. And the last one I'll probably talk about is just Stamp Authority. It's not massively important, it can be kind of replaced by any blue, cost 3 attack. And this red mangle can be replaced by any premium red line attack that you wish. However, it's very strong as a 1-of. And that's the basic showcase of Bravo Showstopper, my favorite hero, and hopefully this deck tech will help you dominate your enemies. It's been your boy Jacob Pearson. Look forward to seeing you in the gameplay videos. Cheers.